Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
Number 12, Emily Williams. Freshman mid number 13, Abigail Gray. Senior mid number 17, Dahlia Jorosik. Senior defense number 18, Cassidy Weiss. Freshman mid number 22, Regan Boyle. And your senior forward number 23, Deanna Hill. The Blue Devils are coached by Andy Richards in his 7th season. He's assisted by Doug Steiner, Trevor Foster, and Rebecca Almondaz. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Hello everybody, welcome Blue Devils fans to LTU Sports Network coverage of women's college soccer. We are coming to you at Blue Devil Station, right behind the Southfield skyline on a beautiful Wednesday night at the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils taking on the Wolverines of U of M Dearborn. We are 2 weeks away from the end of the WAC soccer season, and everything is up for grabs tonight. Hello everybody, great to have you with us here alongside Jon Snow. I'm Jan Booker, delighted to have you here with us. The Blue Devils coming back from a 2-all draw at Concordia on Sunday. The Blue Devils opened the scoring early as Jenny Deere set up Abigail Gray for her 3rd goal of the season in the 3rd minute. And of course, Michaela Warnuka sets up Deanna Hill for her record-breaking goal to tie the game in the 82nd minute. Nelson and Schnurstein spent some time in the net for the Blue Devils. The Wolverines earned a 1-0 win at Cleary on Saturday with Emmy Pinkowski scored the game winner in the 64th minute with the assist by Gabriella Teams. Amelia Stroshin earned the clean sheet, making 2 saves. So, John, as we get ready for this great matchup, what can we look forward for tonight's match?
Well, definitely the Blue Devils want to get back on the winning track because they've had 3 consecutive ties, 2 of which have been scoreless back-to-back here at home. And so to go off to Concordia University, get a couple of points on the board, and be able to still tie it at the end, it's still great momentum because they still have not lost in conference play. They have 4 losses within conference play. That tells you that this team that Andy Richards has, they are resilient, they're willing to stay in the fight, they're willing to play until the very last minute. So this should be definitely a good, intense matchup. And he always changes up the lineup every time, different starters, and he always utilizes his bench. He talks about the depth of his bench, and he will utilize any person at any time to try to help him win a game.
So here we go. We are getting ready to go underway here at Blue Devil Stadium as the Wolverines will kick things off. They are in all white. Blue Devils are all in blue. Delighted to have you here with us here on the LTU Sports Network. And now the Wolverines will start on the attack, but nice pick away. And now here comes Dyla Javosek driving forward there on the far side. She'll pass it off to Bridget Finneran with a goal and 2 assists on the year. Javosek was closed down by Juju Kleit. That's a nice good ball running forward. Neela Wilson on the far side. Service into the box. And it's cleared out, and now the Wolverines will have possession. And of course, one of the key moments of that 2-all draw at Concordia was Deanna Hill scoring her 22nd career goal of her career. She was one behind of Nicole Prost, as she has scored the equalizer in the 82nd minute.
No, it's definitely great right there. Deanna Hill is definitely one of the main captains of this team, one of the seniors of this squad. She's a hard worker. She's probably kind of like the word you described of grit. She is willing to push forward. They look to her very often.
And a nice ball inside the box as Gray was trying to get to it. And we'll get our first corner early on here.
That's just great pressure being put on by LTU right here. Able to get that quick takeaway, even though U of M Dearborn started with possession. And now they go right into the corner.
So first corner kick of the game here as we are a little over 90 seconds in. Ball service into the box to find Javosek. The header comes through. Javosek picks up the second ball as it was cleared out. And now we got a foot race between Neela Wilson. And it goes out of bounds for a throw-in for the Blue Devils. One thing we want to know about U of M Dearborn is that they begin the 2022 season with a draw at Iokokomo. But then between September 14th and October 5th, they were Iokokomo. But then between September 14th and October 5th, they were winless in 4 losses and a draw before winning against Cleary on Saturday.
Yeah, and that was barely a win enough. The final score of that one was 1-0 at Cleary. So U of M Dearborn, they're trying to turn their season around in a flash real quick now in conference play. So this is a pretty good evenly matchup. Yeah, basically on paper, so this should be a good, well-fought competition right here between two teams that are just trying to get back on the winning track.
Nice pick away by Teams. She is got 2 assists, leading the team with 2 assists on the year. Now striving forward there on the near side. This is Emma Pikowski. 3 goals on the season for her. And here is Deanna Hill. Able to close it down, and now it's kicked away, but not out of it yet. That's a nice ball. Pikowski going towards goal, and it goes off the crossbar. Boy, that was a scary moment here early on here in this game.
Yeah, very close moment right there, but that ball was way up there in the air, and Gabby Nelson able to get herself positioned in case the ball did come down short. So lucky enough for the Blue Devils to hit right at the top and went out.
Into the own half, Deanna Hill settle it down. Kicked it away, and now Amelia Stroshin able to clear it away. Emily Stroshin making her 6th start of the year, coming into tonight 465 minutes, made 19 saves, 5 goals against. As the Wolverines goes on the counter attack. And now it's taken away. Picked off away, and now Regan Boyle on the move. They're up, not out of it yet. All taken down, no foul given, we play on. And we'll throw in here for the Blue Devils, as it was cleared out by number 11, Emma Pinkowski.
One thing about U of M Dearborn as well, they're attacking the goal more often, especially now in conference play. Their overall shot on goal percentage is .523, but in conference right now they're at .600 across. So it seems like they've picked it up a bit, even during that rough stretch. So, and lucky enough for them, it did result in a 1-0 victory.
Here is Hillman on the far side. A real battle between Wilson and Costello, and it'll be a throw in for the Blue Devils. We play 5 minutes into the first. And a scoreless game. A must-win game for the Blue Devils going forward, as we are definitely 2 weeks away from the end of the WAC soccer season.
Yeah, especially in the state in which LTU is at right now, with basically 4 ties and only 1 win, but no losses. How do you think the rankings would go in that case scenario?
It'll be interesting to see how things are going to go as the counterattack is going on here. Cassidy Weiss takes it over. And that's a nice, good ball. And now we got a foot race. Abigail Gray on the move. Nicely coveraged away. And we'll get a goal kick.
Boy, that was a good feed right up there. Abigail Gray was racing for it right down there. Freshman out of Saline High School. And she's made it. Abigail Gray is one of the difference makers, really. One of the great scouting by Andy Richards, and one of the great freshman call-ups and acquisitions.
Great to see Abigail Gray doing the damage here. 3 goals and 3 assists on the year, picking up 9 points. What an impressive showing for her Abigail Gray, as she has made all starts so far. This is her 11th start of the season, with 661 minutes coming into tonight. And of course, she started at Siena High, played 66 minutes, and then of course she scored at Concordia when she played 75 minutes. Nobody's there in white for U of M Dearborn, so Gabby Nelson will collect it.
Yeah, Gray, along with a bunch of other great freshman talent that's on this squad. And Bridget Finner, another starter, one of the key starters on there. She has a couple of goals and a few assists on the season thus far. She's basically a pure defense type.
Here comes U of M Dearborn on the move, covered up by Koji, but it stays with the girls in white. A real off the bounds. Nobody able to clear it, but now we will get a whistle. Looks like a handball was being called.
Yep. So no, give credit to Andy Richards and his scouting team for bringing in this very talented class of freshmen, able to make some starts, get a couple of points on there, resulting in a few wins on the season. They've shown out, and they really have, and they keep improving every game.
Headed out by McClure, and now a good header by Hillman. Ball's still up for grabs, and now Hillman will settle it down for U of M Dearborn. Intercepted by Javosek. And Gray was the close Blue Devil to hand it off the path, but it went by her. Here is Hillman, making her 7th start of the season. And a taken down, no foul being given. We play on. Here's Koji. Gives over to Finneran. Nice ball over to Williams. No foul being given. Gray finds Regan Boyle. She was trying to get the pass over it, but not good enough. Stays with the Blue Devils, however, in their own half. Weiss. 1v1 battle. Nice ball. Gives over to Abigail Gray. Gray, nice cut. Gray with a shot, and it's way wide. Abigail Gray is confident so far here.
Very confident. And this is a great passing display that we just saw right there by LTU, trying to weave their way, get themselves closer nearby the box, and they had a good opportunity right there. And Abigail Gray put a good shot on, just as when wide left.
So goal kick once again, and here is number 27, Melanie Scamira. That's a nice, good ball. Team towards the goal, or Pekowski rather, and it's grabbed by Gabby Nelson. Gabby Nelson sharing with Sydney Snerstein in the last match against Concordia. Of course, she played 45 minutes, and of course, Snerstein played 45 minutes as well.
No, yeah, and talking to Andy Richards, I had an interview with him a couple of weeks ago, and about the selection of goalkeepers between Nelson and Scherstein, and he said it's all based on the training, the practice before the games. It's basically who shows out the most within their training, who does the best footwork, who does the best blocking, who has the best handling. Whoever outdoes their teammates will get the start the very next game.
So here comes the free kick for U of M Dearborn. Ball sent into the box. Nobody home as Nelson will grab it. Of course, Gabby Nelson coming into tonight. 32 saves with 15 goals against. This is her 7th start of the year in 9 games she has played. Trojan rather, making her 6th start with 8 games being played. Regan Boyle sends it across. Here is Finneran. Weiss trying to close it down, and Weiss wins the battle. Weiss still going through on the near side, and she gets bumped down. But the foul is being given, and it will go U of M Dearborn's way. Ball looks like it was out of bounds before Cassie Weiss was taken down. Finneran, she's closed down by Scamira. And it's cleared out of bounds for a throw.
And of course, Andy Richards brings up his goalkeepers, he loves both of them. He really does, because they both have the right positive attitudes. And Scherstein being one of the captains of this team and captains of the goalkeepers, she always has the right attitude, staying positive. And what he likes so much about Gabby Nelson is her footwork. Always is practicing her footwork way before her games and always at every practice, just trying to perfect her craft.
Goes off the head. Here is Williams. Now find Abigail Gray. Gray able to sell it down, trying to attend the pass to Deanna Hill, but could not handle it. Hillman, nobody home in white. He'll be picked up by Courtney Matheson, making her 11th appearance for the Blue Devils side. Finneran on the far side, nobody home in white. So this will allow Scamira to roll it out, and it'll be a throw-in. Stays with U of M Dearborn, and it's cleared out of bounds for a throw. It will be interesting to see how these next 2 weeks goes for not only for White, but also for Lawrence Tech, because no matter which way they're going to go, anything can happen here within these final 2 weeks of the season. And you're hoping to make sure that the Blue Devils can get into the WAC conference tournament.
No, definitely. And they're going to have some pretty good matchups coming on after this. They're still here at Blue Devil Stadium against Cleary. Then they go on the road to face Cornerstone, and they're still on the road the next 2 weeks after that to face Uno and then Aquinas, and then their final game of the season is here at home against Madonna, and that should be a really good matchup right there at the end of the season.
Shots now 2-1 in favor of U of M Dearborn. And we got a foul and a free kick coming up here for the Wolverines. Just 13 minutes gone here in this first half. As U of M Dearborn Wolverines can go on the run, and Pitkovsky, looks like she had it coming. Actually, it's Gabriella Teams who had it going there. Gabriella Teams, of course, leading the Wolverines with the assists with 2 and shots with 22. And of course, coming into tonight, 10 players are tied with most games played with 8. Weiss, it's a foot race, and it's going to be covered up by Dykrub. Ball inside the box, and it's cleared away. Here comes the Wolverines, but not much past that she wanted. And here is Emily Williams. Williams with a shot. Oh, it gets through. Is it go over the line? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's in the net. Amelia Strollshine had it, and she lost it. Emily Williams getting the goal, and it is a 1-0 lead. But wait a minute.
They're going to ask for a quick review with the side judge.
Yes, they got it. So Emily Williams getting the goal, and Amelia Stroshin had it, and she lost it. It goes right through her hands. 1-0 to the Blue Devils.
Wow. I mean, that's basically a gift right there. And Strostein definitely wants that one back. So for right now, Blue Devils have a lead, and that is so crucial in these games for this year because with the rule change that there is no overtime. If the game ends in a draw, it ends in a draw. So having that early lead is so crucial, and just putting a good, solid shot on there.
And of course, Emily Williams getting her first goal of the season. Of course, she got it on the second shot of the game for the Blue Devils. Now can they add more? Here they come. Gray, take it down, and it will be a penalty kick coming up for the Blue Devils, and a chance to go 2-0 up early on.
Dang, this is just incredible showing.
And
by
a
Andy
yellow
Richter's
card
team.
to Amelia Stroshin. So it goes from bad to worse early on in the first 15 minutes.
Wow. You cannot ask for a better start right here. We're only just about 15 minutes into this matchup, and everything is just going LTU's way right now. Andy Richards has got to be loving this.
So it will be Abigail Gray who will take the opportunity on the penalty kick to make it 2-0, and she does! Abigail Gray gets her fourth goal of the year, and the Blue Devils are now up 2-0. Just 15 minutes in, and man, does she capitalize it so perfectly.
Wow, just shifting momentum. Just keep in mind, early on, U of M Dearborn started the game with possession. Then quickly, LTU was deep into Wolverine territory, trying to add on early, and they're still on the attack, and they scored one, and then they said we're not done with that yet, and they just go back down one more time. They get lucky on one goal, and they get the benefit of a penalty kick. This is just a great start for the Blue Devils right here.
And of course, one sub has been made, so Morgan Fernars getting substituted. She has replaced Melanie Scamera. So what an impressive start for the Blue Devils, 2-0 up. And now they wanted more. Gray, centering ball, finds Deanna Hill. Oh, nice turn, Deanna Hill. And it's cleared out by Bisico.
Wow, everything's just going so crisp for them right now. Just the passing, the communication, everything is just on point. And they just want more.
So goal kick coming out here for Amelia Stroshin, giving up 2 goals this early. But there's a lot of time to be played here in this game. Cleared away, and now here comes Neela Wilson trying to chase after it, and she'll clear it out of bounds for a throw in for the Wolverines. So 2-0 up. And it starts with Emily Williams in the 15th, and so as Abigail Gray on the penalty.
I mean, this team right here, they do a lot of scoring the second half. When you look at all their goals on the season thus far, 6 of them have come in the second half, and then 4 have been in the first half, and they just added 2 more in the first half, so now it's evenly matched up. So now they're not waiting around until the second half to make any comebacks or take a lead. They're doing it right now, right here.
Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here as Emily Williams, the goal scorer. And she'll give up on the throw. And it'll still be Blue Devils throw once again. With Neela Wilson taking things over. Javosek. Oh, nice moves. Centering ball inside the box is cleared away, but not out of it yet. And it will be Wolverines' ball. It goes off of Neela Wilson.
Still adding that pressure. They are just quickly flipping everything on U of M Dearborn right now.
So shots now 3-2 in favor of the Wolverines. thanks to the 2 goals that were scored. And now we will get some subs as Malia May comes over. So Malia May making her 7th appearance. Coming into tonight, 214 minutes. She started at Siena Heights, played 78 minutes and 60 minutes at Concordia. Here is Jessica Koji. And she will set it up for the free kick.
Another great opportunity right here for LTU.
Koji off the free kick. Ball bouncing around inside the box. It'll be May with an opportunity, and it goes wide. So not a bad effort for Malia May coming off the bench and makes an immediate impact.
No, it was a good setup. They had it right there. First the free kick, then the centering shot. It was a good setup. Just missed a little bit to the left.
Here is Farinars. And it'll be out for a throw-in. Here is Cassidy Weiss in her 11th appearance. What an great show that she has been going through here as Stroshine able to grab it. Cassidy Weiss has made every start in this game so far coming into tonight. Her 11th straight start. Blue Devils on the attack. And this will be taken by McClure.
Yeah, Cassidy was one of the other seniors along with Deanna Hill, Jarosek. Just all that senior leadership out there on the field right now is just really paying dividends for this young freshman squad that's coming in to join them. So there's the leadership, there's the young talent. Everything is just coming together right now for LTU.
Matheson trying to stride things forward in her own half and is poke it away. And it'll roll out of bounds for a throw-in. So what an impressive showing so far for the Blue Devils here inside these first 20 minutes.
I mean, it's just nonstop action. They are just quickly getting into the Wolverine territory. U of M Dearborn started this half with possession, and that's always huge. You always want to start with possession to start a game, and then quickly LTU flips the script, and they just attack and attack and attack. They get into the box. They get a lucky break as that first shot went right for the hands of Stroshine, and then they also get another gift within the penalty kick. So just everything's going LTU's way right now. They just want to continue to get more.
They wanted to build the momentum here, and that's what they're doing right now inside these first 20 minutes. Oh, okay. So
Ball went out of bounds right behind the bench, and
there we go.
Yep.
Now we're back to live action. Shoshin. Kick towards midfield. He'll find Jessica Koshi as she got away from Pekovsky. Oh, that's a nice, good ball. And here is Abigail Gray, and she is offside. Thought for a moment that she was pretty good in the clear.
Man, that was close. The offsides, it's close. It's a big judgment call by the side judge normally, but still, it was a great setup. All the great setup shots that LTU is putting on as they're entering Wolverine territory is just spot on.
Here's Matheson. Or Wilson, rather. And it's taken away. Here comes the Wolverines on the attack. Here's Juju Kite. Pekovsky finds Farinars. And it's a 50-50 ball won by Koji. And a foul's being given on Emma Pekovsky, making her 9th appearance. Here is Koji, sends it across. And it's intercepted. Wolverines still hanging on to possession. And Javosek will win the battle. Run for it is Tyler Semple. And she'll clear it out for a throw-in. I hope somebody's all right on the Blue Devils bench. A little over 22 minutes to go here in the first half. 2-0 in favor of the Blue Devil. 2 goals comes around the 15th minute. Here's Cassidy Weiss inside the center circle, and she'll run with it. Cassidy Weiss, she'll find Regan Boyle. Regan Boyle, and it was last touch. It was last touch off of McClure. And now here comes Abigail Gray. She gets taken down. Advantage being played. And Stroshin able to grab it.
Boy, very close again. LTU is just chomping at the bit, just trying to work their way even closer inside Wolverine territory, trying to keep it within that box. And they're playing stellar defense when U of M Dearborn has just a little bit of opportunity on the opposite side of the field, and then quickly LTU is just throwing it right back at them.
So shots now 4-2 in favor of Lawrence Tech. As we are now approaching 21 minutes to go here in half number 1. And we get 2 subs for U of M Dearborn. Jules Casico, one of the players for this Wolverine side, making the change. Stroshin patiently waits, and now she'll kick it towards midfield.
Elena Vasquez checked in as well, along with Olivia McKellar.
And it goes off of Elena Vasquez, one of the subs for U of M Dearborn, and now we'll get a sub for Lawrence Tech.
Now in the game for your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, number 15.
And it's Jenny Deere, number 15 for the Blue Devils.
Another great stellar offensive player, Jenny Deere is.
And of course, Jenny Deere scored her 3rd goal of the season in Sunday's game against Concordia. Malia May, it's a foot race, and now it's clear out of bounds right into the trees.
And bouncing on to John Lodge Freeway.
So Donna Javosa will have the opportunity off of a throw-in as we're now under 20 minutes. 2-0 lead for the Blue Devils, and they want more. That's a good ball. Stroshin able to punch it away. Still loose inside the box, and now it's cleared away. Almost a 3rd goal for the Blue Devils come early. That's Fitterin able to send her across to Wilson. Looping ball inside the box, and Stroshin able to grab it.
Man, another good setup right there. The throw in sets up the centering shot. Get one hand on it, and just nobody was there to really punch it into the back of the net. But they're still putting on the pressure, and that's what you want to do. You want to get that pressure advantage and just keep it on one side of the field at all times.
And throw in coming up for the Blue Devils. 2-0 Lawrence Tech leading. Goals from Emily Williams and Abigail Gray off of a penalty. It'll be interesting to see how U of M Dearborn can go within these last 18 and so minutes as the ball whipped in inside the box, and it'll be clear outbound for a throw-in. It'll be interesting to see how U of M Dearborn can get through this. Going down 2-0 in this game, and they're hoping to make sure that they tighten up their defenses really smoothly.
Yeah, definitely. They've not had very large comebacks. Usually when they're in the lead, they're basically unstoppable. Key in the 2 wins. They're that 5-0 win against Bluffton, and then the 1-0 win against Cleary. Everything else, they have been either shut out or they've gotten at least one across the board. So it will be interesting to see how much they can get back into this one.
Second corner, inside the box. Javosic gets a header away. Still loose inside the box. And here's Koji able to reset. To the far side it goes, and it's headed out. And headed about by Vasquez.
In fact, U of M's Dearborn last goal of their season thus far came against Uno, and that was on Saturday, the 1st of October. And then even before that, you had to go all the way back to that game against Bluffton, in which they won 5-1. Other than that, they have been shut out 3 straight games. Then they got one across against Uno, and then the scoreless tie against Cornerstone, and then the 1-0 win against Cleary. So even though that U of M Dearborn has been attacking thus far, they have not put a lot of pressure inside the box and not been able to put a lot in the back of the net.
50-51, ball one. And now here's Fernars. To the near side it goes to pick up. Leclerc. And now Fernars. Taken down, still winning the battle. Fernars. And a foul being called. And it will go U of M Dearborn's way off a free kick. Taken down was Juju Clyte, who is making her 9th appearance.
Got a bit of a tangle in there with a couple of Blue Devils players. And it took one more knockdown really to get the call. And this is probably Dearborn's best opportunity thus far in this game.
Gabriella Teams, 2 assists, will take the free kick. Ball whipped in inside the box. And we play on as it cleared away. Here is Dykrub. To the far side it goes. It's taken away by Bridget Finner. And nice turn move to get away from Teams. And Stroshin will collect it.
We have seen some pretty good footwork and good ball control from these LTU players thus far. They are just having good control overall when in possession.
Here's Boyle, finds Lillian May. Back to Boyle. That's a nice good ball to the far side, but it's picked off. And here comes Teams. Settling down, it's Vasquez, number 25 for U of M Dearborn. Ball roll, and Gray goes down on the far side. It'll be a throw in, I believe, and now we'll get a sub for both of these teams. And Leona Hill will be coming off for a moment.
Michaela Warnockis checks in for LTU.
Warnockis making her 10th start, coming into tonight 556 minutes. She got an assist at Concordia where she played 84 minutes. And she started in the last home game against Siena Heights, played 86. That's a nice good ball, and this could be an opportunity. But it's covered up by Gabby Nelson. That was Olivia McKellar. Had some good looks. Javosek. And goes off of Vasquez. So throw in here for the Blue Devils. That's where under 14 minutes to go here in the first half of play. 2-0 Blue Devils leading. Shots now 5-2 in favor of Lawrence Tech.
No, they're just keeping the shots coming.
Here's Jenny Deere. Striving forward there on the far side. And it'll be a throw in here as Abigail Gray winning the battle.
This is a good setup right here for LTU. When they add good setups like this, it's usually going their way and they get deeper into the Wolverine territory.
Throw in here for the Wolverines. Intercepted. Here's Jenny Deere. Ball to the far side, and it's cleared out, and it will earn Lawrence Tech, their third corner. 12:50 to go here in the first half of play.
No, creating that pressure will do great things for you. And here comes the third corner.
It's a windy night here at Blue Devil Stadium. Third corner coming up. Ball sent into the box. Warnaka's getting the header on it. And it will go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Now on each of those corners, on all three of the corners, they at least put it right near the center of the net. And it's been up for grabs usually majority of the time, and U of M Dearborn is able to block it away.
Lindsey Ramos coming into the game. We're 12 minutes away from halftime. Cassidy Weiss. All back giveaway, and this could be an opportunity for U of M Dearborn. This is McKellar on the near side. McKellar, nice fancy footwork. McKellar will send off to Fernars, who lost it on the pass. Here, Michaela Warnakis will do the honors off a throw-in here with 11:24 to play here in the first half. She'll find Regan Boyle. Nice flick. Trying to get away from Tyler Samples. And here is Teams. Team trying to find everything forward, and she'll find Chameau, who comes on into the match. Picked off by Weiss. And a winning battle between both of these teams, and Warnakis will let it go for a throw. I think you can tell by U of M Dearborn standpoint that they're finding their groove so far here.
Yeah, they're definitely finding some kind of groove because they're just getting deeper and deeper into LTU territory. I think their passing is sharpening up a lot more, and they're just finding an open person to pass to it, because right there has been LTU just to intercept all passes, creating those quick takeaways, and they're on the other side of the field. So right now the Wolverines are looking a lot sharper on the offensive attack.
You guys saw the substitution. Courtney Matheson coming off, and coming in is Sarah Morosco, making her fourth appearance. She has not gotten a start yet. And, of course, she played 3 minutes versus Taylor. That was the last time she has been involved in. And, of course, coming into tonight, she has played 28 minutes.
Now, this is Andy Richards doing his best, utilizing his bench. And I think he's got a few more subs lined up coming in shortly. But this is where he uses his bench, even with the lead.
This could be an opportunity at the edge of the box. Now, Deere with a shot, couldn't get to it. And we'll have foul call.
No, he's got more players lined up to come into the game. With the lead, he still wants fresh legs, fresh bodies all over, try to stay sharp on defense and still continue the offensive attack.
Now, free kick coming up here for U of M Dearborn, as we are 9:16 away from halftime. Still 2-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. If you're just joining us, both goals came in seconds apart around the 15th minute. Emily Williams getting her first goal of the year. And then, of course, off of a penalty kick, Abigail Gray with her fourth goal of the season. So far, 2-0 lead for the Blue Devils, as U of M Dearborn will get an opportunity, and Gabby Nelson will grab it. Gabby Nelson, not much work that she had to do, but so far she is definitely confident so far with the Blue Devils game possession in their own half.
No, definitely. U of M Dearborn has not made Gabby Nelson work that much. They had a few quick opportunities earlier at the beginning of the matchup, and then LTU just went on a huge run of just staying in Wolverine territory, putting in a couple of goals, still continuing the offensive attack, playing sharp defense. But now the Wolverines are just inching closer just to getting more opportunities inside the box and forcing Gabby Nelson to work more.
So Andrea Williams coming on. This is her 10th appearance Coming into tonight, 238 minutes. And of course, she played 51 minutes at Concordia on Sunday. And just like you said, John, Andy Richards is utilizing his bench.
Yeah, and just the utilization of his entire roster. Therefore, you see different lineups all the time. You never see any really that many consistent starters, except for maybe like you see senior leaders, your goalkeepers, and a few other freshmen that have really shined on. But definitely the utilization of his bench, the depth of his bench is so key to have in a season like this, to where you can put on fresh people off the bench, give you a fresh offensive attack.
So here is U of M Dearborn on the run. Here is McKellar. She'll find number 24, Nadia Saab. Jenny Deere goes. And now the Wolverines will get it going with Costello. Nice ball finds McKellar, and it's cleared away by Morosco. Morosco from Livonia, Michigan, 5'3". And she is a freshman.
One of the very talented freshmen and athletes that Andy Richards has on this roster.
And of course, her brother Sam is also on the men's soccer team, Sam Morosco. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see him very soon. And we got a throw-in for the Blue Devils.
Men's team was on the road today at U of M Dearborn. They're having a pretty decent season, trying to continue their winning ways, and a lot of ties in their season as well. They've had great offensive showouts, and they also come in clutch in the second half and able to tie up games a lot. Same can be said with both these soccer squads. They just will not give up, and they will not give in. They will battle it to the end, and if it ends in a tie, it's better than a loss.
Absolutely. Especially with no overtime coming over anymore.
Yep. It forces a lot more out of these athletes. And I think over the course of the season, you see a lot of players cramping up on the field, any timeouts. But still, that's also another key reason why you have to have good depth on your bench, is to have so many reliable players you can go to at any time.
So rainy night here at Blue Devil Stadium. And Isla Ebo coming on to the match. She replaces Cassidy Weiss. She played 47 minutes at Indiana Wesleyan on August the 20th. That's a counterattack being on here for U of M Dearborn. Verenart, good ball head, good header, and it goes over a crossbar. The header came from McClure, I believe.
Wow, that was the best setup from U of M Dearborn all night, as the rain is coming down a little bit harder. But that was a perfect setup right there. The centering shot from deep out, just the header shot was just high up. You cannot do it any better than that. They had the right placement.
Actually, the service came in from Brooke McClure, and then the header came in from Emma Pekovsky. And here is Andrea Williams, who recently came onto the game. Here's Warren Nukas. That's a nice, good cut. Warren Nukas shot just wide. Showshine was diving, and she was trying to get a head on it, but towards the far post, or near post, I should say, and man, Warren Nukas nearly had a third for the Blue Devils.
Wow. And just when you think U of M Dearborn has a little bit of momentum, there's LTU racing down the field. They put on another shot, a very close shot. I mean, that's just a quick response. You want to have quick responses in this game right here. And LTU just had a quick response, and it could have resulted in a third goal for them. That would have been so huge going into the half.
I think it'll be safe to say a 2-0 lead will be very good for the Blue Devils going into the locker room, as Ramos will pick out Jenny Deere. Jenny Deere is trying forward, and she is picked off. Here is Chameau. And it goes out of bounds for a throw in here for the Blue Devil. 3:05 to play here in the first half. As Aliubo will give it over to Michaela Warrenakis.
Audrey Boudreaux also checked in as well. She replaced Regan Boyle, so there's more utility right there off the bench for Annie Richards.
Let's see if the Blue Devils can get a goal here to add to their tally before the half, as ball will sell it for a throw in. Here is the opportunity. McClure will send out way towards midfield. Looks like a handball was being made, but none given. And now we'll get a foul being called.
Yeah, it looked like it was very close to being a handball right there. And it wasn't given.
And it's number 15, Jules Sasico went to ground. 2:10 to go before halftime. 2-0 lead for the Blue Devils, and of course Sasico also the player down. And of course a couple of the Wolverines players as well, McClure and Dackrub heading on to Sasico. Clock stopped with 2:05 to play here in the first half. 2-0 lead for the Blue Devils, and if you guys miss any of the action, you might want to like replay it there if it's like on YouTube or any other social media channels. Seconds apart in the 15th minute. It started off with Emily Williams. Stroshine shouldn't have made the save, but it went past her. She was trying to keep it out and could not get, couldn't make the save that she wanted. And then off of a penalty kick, Abigail Gray getting her 4th goal of the year, and that's how the scoreline is so far.
Nope, and it's capitalizing on the opportunities given to you. Blue Devils got a gift, the first goal, and then they just capitalize. They just capitalize on the grand opportunity the second time through. And they're looking for more.
Here comes Malia May striving through. She got Andrea Williams in the middle. That's a good ball, and Malia May takes it all by herself. 3-0 to the Blue Devils with 1:43 to go, and that is how the scoreline will go heading to the locker room.
Wow, just another great placement shot right there. Malia May coming down the near side, and then instead of looking for a pass option, she just goes straight to that bottom right corner with a great shot. Just great placement overall, and that was not a gimme right there. That was just perfectly placed right there by Malia May.
Malia May went all by her lone zone. She had Andrea Williams right in the middle, and she went all by herself. Looks like she doesn't need anybody, at least. We're down to 90 seconds to go here in a 3-0 Blue Devils lead. Shots now 7-3 in favor of the Blue Devils. Here is Chamot, taken away by Jenny Deere. Now the Blue Devils will get it again with Sample. Sample still going. She'll find McClure. McKellar, actually. Final minute here in the first. And ball will roll out of bounds for a throw-in. So I think you could say that the Blue Devils will definitely head into the locker room with a 3-0 lead. Has a handball being called. And we got a free kick coming up here. So one last chance for the Wolverines. And I want you, and while we get through this, I want you to have your final thoughts here on the first half so far.
All the pressure that LTU is putting on right out of the get-go, they just need to continue that. If they just want to add on more going into the second half, they got a great opportunity right there on the penalty kick, and Abigail Gray capitalized on it. They had a gift early on, and then Malia May with a clincher basically as the first half's coming to an end, all by herself, just a well-placed shot into the bottom right corner as we get a quick corner coming up right here within the final 10 seconds.
There it is in the 6-yard box. Nelson lost it on the handle, and the shot is blocked, and that'll end the first half. So good thing Gabby Nelson thinking her lucky stars that it does not go into the net. But the Blue Devils have gotten a 3-0 lead heading to the locker room after 45 minutes.
No, definitely. And U of M Dearborn, give them a little bit of an edge. They've been close inside the box. They've made Gabby Nelson work just a little bit, and just to show, they made her work within the final 10 seconds. So they're not just out of this yet, but it is so crucial for that third goal by Malia May. And everybody can go into the locker room at half with all smiles on their face. Andy Richards has got to be so proud of his team right now. The versatility, he's used a lot of his bench players. They're just continuing this on a rainy night in Southfield.
So for Welcome back, everybody, to Blue Devil Stadium on a rainy Wednesday night here in Southfield. Everybody here in attendance are either getting in covers or got their umbrellas there. Blue Devils are up 3-0, so there's nothing to rain the parade, right?
No,
alongside
definitely not.
alongside John Stowe, I'm Jan Booker. Delighted to have you here with us. Impressive showing here for these first 45 minutes, right, huh, John?
Yeah, definitely. And it was all just the pressure added on by LTU because U of M Dearborn started the game with possession, but it didn't matter really to the Blue Devils because they just kept on pressuring and pressuring. They were on the attack. And then right off the gate, they get a gift of a goal as the shot went right through the hands of U of M Dearborn's goalkeeper. And then they get a gift of a penalty kick. They had it on another, and then Malia May comes in with about just a minute left to put in a third goal, a great placement shot. This is great positioning. So now LTU, they just got to play solid defense, and they just got to keep on the offensive attack. U of M Dearborn, within 10 seconds, though, they put on a close scramble with it right in front of Gabby Nelson. So I think they're going to come out with a little bit more aggression in this second half of play.
So we are getting close to the start of the second half. Delighted to have you here with us here. Goals come from Emily Williams, Abigail Gray, and Malia May. Our goal scorers here tonight, of course. That last goal by Malia May comes from the assist of Jessie Koji. So Malia May gets her second goal of the season as we are underway here in the second half. And the Blue Devils will get things going here as Jessie Koji will clear it out of bounds for a throw-in. So what can we look forward for half number 2?
Well, just still continuing the offensive attack. I would say even with a three goal lead, I don't expect LTU to fall back that much, play more defense. They just want to continue the attack because they're not going to take any teams for granted this year. Because talking to Coach Andy Richards, he knows the scouting report on all the teams. He knows the head coaches very well in this conference. All these teams play with a chip on their shoulder, and what the records may say, they will attack and they will force any kind of pressure that they can. So don't expect LTU to line up on any aspect.
So shots in the first half was 8-3 in favor of Lawrence Tech, as Neela Wilson will clear out of bounds for a throw-in.
And right now, U of M Dearborn is almost repeating what LTU did right at the start of the very beginning of the matchup. LTU started with possession, but U of M Dearborn.
Oof, tough collision. Tough collision between Malia May and Dyla Dakrup.
Everybody seems okay, no worse for the matter. But still, U of M Dearborn starting off with great possession thus far, just taking it away from LTU. But hopefully, right now, the Blue Devils can quickly reverse that.
So Jessie Koji will get the free kick. She got the assist off of the Malia May goal. That came in the 44th minute. And here is Deonna Hill, all-time leading goal scorer for the Blue Devils with 22. And it's taken away, and now the Wolverines rather will have an opportunity. Here is Costello on the near side. Costello, that's blocked away. And clear out of bounds. Nice good work by Courtney Matheson.
Great defensive work right there by Matheson. Bailing out her teammate Gabby Nelson, preventing any further advancement. Another factor you want to play in here is the rain's coming down a lot harder, and it came down especially hard during the half. The ball's going to definitely travel a lot further when you put a good hard kick on it. It's just going to skid right across the turf.
Here's Fitterin. Gets it across to Cassidy Weiss with some open space. And now a nice good run, and now a foot race. Abigail Gray will settle it down there on the far side. Gray, 2 in the box for Lawrence Tech. Centers it. Cannot get to it. Here's Finneran. Deer goes off the block. Neela Wilson still possession on here for the Blue Devils. And ball will find Abigail Gray as she could not get a foot on it. And we'll go out of bounds for a throw in. Starting goalkeeper for the second half for U of M Dearborn is Amber Fistian. Of course, this is her 6th appearance. She played 190 minutes coming into tonight. So Amelia Stroshin, who is the starting goalkeeper of the first half, will take a seat and let Amber Festinian do the rest. Ball inside the box, that's headed out. And the second ball is picked up and now it's cleared. Finneran on the move, picks out Malia May, who got a goal tonight. Here's Finneran once more. She'll have a go. And Fistinian, welcome to the game, as she picks up her first grab of the night.
Now, definitely a wise move by U of M Dearborn to make the goalkeeper change. You have a 3-goal deficit.
And the counterattack is on once again, as Gabby Nelson will grab it away from Emma Pikowski, who had 3 goals on the year.
Now, and Amelia Stroshine, she did not have the best of luck tonight because that first goal went right through her hands. And then the penalty kick, she got a yellow card for that. And then the second goal came in, and then just a well-played shot by Malia May as the half was coming to an end. So they got to try it with their junior out of Plymouth for the second half of this game.
So of course, like you said, 1 yellow card in this match tonight, and that goes to Amelia Stroshin. Gabby Nelson will do the honors. So far, not a bad effort. Only 1 save to her credit tonight. She have done not much damage here so far throughout this game. As Abigail Gray will settle it down, and it'll be a throw in here for the Wolverines. A little over 5 minutes into the second half. 3-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. Goals from Williams, Gray, and May. Here is Hillman. And now Pikowski. But is intercepted by Javosek, and she'll let it go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Great defensive work right there. And talking about yellow cards, that was only U of M Dearborn's 3rd yellow card of the entire season, all of them coming in conference play. LTU on a higher end, they have 8 total. So definitely the aggressive side will go to LTU right here. They know how to play hard. They are not afraid to get physical in tight scrambles. They are just willing to play this out to the very end.
And they also want to be very careful as well, because real good competition, especially in WAC conference play, could be a huge one. So free kick coming up here for U of M Dearborn, as we are 6 minutes in the second half. That's headed away by Costello. And she'll run with it on the near side. Costello, nice battle alongside Neela Wilson, and she wins the battle. And here is Deona Hill, and it goes off of Hillman. Hillman for throwing and make that Basico.
No, that was great defensive work that bit right there by Neela Wilson, not allowing to get around her and able to take the ball away. That's just great defensive work right there.
Danny Deere was attending the pass to Malia May, but it was too much on it, and Festinian will collect it.
LTU's had pretty good footwork and good control on these aggressive possessions. So we definitely look for more of that. They've definitely won majority of the 1v1 battles, especially when it comes to possessions.
It was a real good counterattack break. And now flag is down, and Festian will collect it. 3-0 Blue Devils leading. Shots now in the game. Shots now 9-3. And it will be a goal kick at the end.
The only other they have, U of M Dearborn, they have 2 other options at goalkeeper. Yeah, Janelle Chamont, senior out of Dearborn, one of the senior leaders, and then Morgan Forbes, a freshman out of West Bloomfield. So definitely U of M Dearborn has more versatility on their bench if they choose to go to it.
A real takedown by Bezigo. And we'll get a free kick coming up as she took down Deanna Hill. And now Jessie Koji, who has been becoming the master of free kicks so far for this Blue Devils team. And she'll do the honors here as we are 9 minutes into the second.
Yeah, Brooke McClure was in that tango with Deanna Hill. She couldn't believe it, but this is a golden opportunity right here for LTU.
Here goes ball inside the box. And it's cleared away. And it'll go back to Jessie Koji. Lost it a little bit, but now it's intercepted. Koji goes down, and she will get the foul. She got foul on Juju Clyte. And now a free kick coming up, taken by Natalie Bezigo.
Back-to-back tangles right there, resulting in free kicks. I would say U of M Dearborn's playing with more of an edge right now. They are definitely upping up their aggression on the field.
Here comes U of M Dearborn, working his way on the far side. Good slide tackle by Koji. And Wolverines will reset it out from the back. Looked on over the top. And here is Costello. Off to the far side and a roll out bound for a throw in. Andy Richards, of course, definitely utilizing his bench, and it worked out really well so far here in this game.
No, definitely. He started using out. He put nearly an entire new lineup in that first half. One of those being Malia May. She was one of the subs that came in the first half, and the result was, well, she got a goal, that being the third goal for LTU. Adding on, it's just versatility and depth that will help any team at any point within a game.
Finneran was able to settle it down, and now here comes the opportunity for U of M Dearborn. Ball across, and it goes out for a corner. So this will be the second corner kick coming up here for U of M Dearborn, first in this second half.
This is another another great opportunity right here for the Wolverines. They have not had many great opportunities thus far, being the corners. So let's see what happens here.
Here it comes. Ball inside the box. Forsnars cannot get to it. And now the shot is way high. And it comes from Natalie Bezico. And now what's going on? Looks like there's a free kick coming up here. Looks like it's a foul being given in here.
Must have been. The shot was way high, but there must have been a foul away from the ball.
So free kick opportunity here for the Wolverines as they're hoping to break the goose egg.
Just outside the yard. This is probably as close as they've gotten thus far in this entire game.
Clyte and Pikowski. It'll be Clyte. Oh, what a free kick goal! Juju Clyte, what a beauty! How about that to put the Wolverines on the board?
I mean, first it was LTU who got the gifts and the free opportunities. So right now U of M Dearborn just returning the favor right here, as that was a foul called on LTU right before that shot. And then the free kick opportunity, and it pays off, and that was a beauty of a goal right there going to the top left.
So Juju Clyte got her first goal of the season, and man, what a beauty that was. Juju Clyte, put that one on YouTube. All right, so we're back to live action here as throw in here for the Wolverines.
And again, quick scoring too at the beginning of these halves. LTU got their first two within 15 minutes, and right now, U of M Dearborn, they've gotten on within 15 minutes.
And now a good opportunity trying to sell out there from the back, and now it's cleared away by Tyler Sample. Throw in here for the Blue Devils. Now a 3-1 game. Neela Wilson headed up. Jenny Deere. Flag was up.
Just got a little bit too far ahead right there. Yep. LT is continuing their pressure. They just got to step it up just a few more notches if they want to get that 3-goal lead back.
So shots now 9-5 in favor of U of M Dearborn. Juju Clyde getting the goal in the 57th minute for her first goal of the season. Amber Festian will grab it and settle it down by teams.
And now to you, they've been playing aggressive all day and sometimes even too aggressive. They have 10 team fouls thus far in this matchup. And one of them really backfired and went against them.
Pinkowski, intercept, blocked by Finneran. And now here comes Hillman on the ball, and it's intercepted by Jesse Koji. Nice good ball, and looks like Gray is onside. That was too much on the pass. So it'll be a goal kick coming up here for Ember Festian. And of course for Ember Festian coming into tonight, 8 saves with 3 goals against. So right now she got her first to make it number 9. Here comes Clyde, scoring an absolute beauty of a free kick goal, and now Deanna Hill. Finneran, ball over the top, and here comes Deanna Hill. 2 in the box for Lawrence Tech, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll still be Blue Devils' throw here, as we are close to 15 minutes in half number 2. So 3-1 score here at Blue Devil Stadium. As it goes to Finneran. Crossfield pass, gets it over to Neela Wilson. Ball over the top. Deer. And Festian will grab it.
LT is not breaking stride. They're still very sharp on their passing. They've got everything set up the way they need it. And just U of M Dearborn, they're just having a little bit of a spark of some kind. They're looking cleaner on their passes, and they're setting up better as well on their offensive end.
Pinkowski intercepted by Deer, and we'll get a foul and a free kick for the Wolverines.
Eleventh team foul thus far. It's one thing to get into foul trouble, but it's another thing to get into foul trouble when you're deep within your own zone.
Teams off the free kick, headed away by Deer. And ball still loose. Second ball being picked up, and now Koji will let it go, and she does. And it'll be a goal kick.
Jesse Koji arguing with the refs over there. She thought she was shoved hard out of bounds. Wanted a flag or a foul called or something.
And ball will roll out of bounds for a throw, and it'll be picked up by Natalie Bazigo. Trying to sell it down. Here is McClure. Now Deer, that's a nice good ball, but it's intercepted by McClure. McClure will get it for U of M Dearborn, and now here comes the opportunity for teams. Ball over the top, and Gabby Nelson will grab it.
A couple of subs are lined up for Andy Richards. This is probably a good chance right here.
And a nice good opportunity for Abigail Gray, but Festian says thank you very much. But the flag came up for offside. Of course, you can see the bench for U of M Dearborn as well, led by the head coach, George Easter, as they're trying to make sure that they get their benches going forward. Nelson will grab it right at the end.
Now we'll get a couple of subs coming in soon for Randy Richards. This is a good call right here to bring in some subs to try to get that goal right back, get a three-goal lead back.
And they want to get that 3-goal lead back. And now we got a foul call on Pinkowski. Late foul right at the end.
Yeah, got tangled up there with Cassidy Weiss, and it was the line judge made the call, waving the flag.
Here's Deanna Hill trying to settle it down. And Jenny Deere cannot quite get to it, but Matheson does. And here comes Neela Wilson. Koji laying that defensive pairing. Ball over the top. And Fastidian will grab it coming off her line. Fastidian has been is not afraid to coming off her line by any chance.
No, great showing thus far. And I don't think LTU has really pressured her that much. So hopefully subs coming in can add a little bit more pressure, a little more giddy up to try to get LTU deeper within the zone to really put the pressure.
So Malia May coming off, and so as Jenny Deere. And of course, Regan Boyle also returning to the game, as well as Michaela Warnakis.
Warnakis and Boyle, a couple of playmakers. They've had really great ball control, really great possession. Look for them to make an impact almost instantly to try to get LTU that one goal back.
Finneran at midfield. Slides it across over to Cassidy Weiss. She'll find Regan Boyle. Back to Weiss once more. Counterattack opportunity here. And a header. And it goes to the hands of Festian.
Wow, that was close right there. That's threading the needle because Deanna Hill was right in front as that ball landed right in the hands.
If Deanna Hill haven't got the header on the ball and goes to the back of the net, it would have been goal number 23 of her collegiate career.
I think at this point in the season, making history is one thing, but also trying to help win some games as we're basically at the halfway point with only 2 weeks left in the season. She's more focused on winning the games rather than just making records.
I'll bet she'll go to number 25 probably before the end of the season. But nonetheless, Blue Devils still hanging on to that 3-1 lead.
Yep.
Shots now still 9-5 in favor of the Blue Devils.
U of M Dearborn's just been creeping up just a bit. They've been creeping up to the doorstep. They've put a couple of shots on. One results in a goal. They're keeping the pressure on. They're looking a lot sharper this second half.
Here's Teens with a long shot, and Nelson will comfortably grab it.
Easier grab from Nelson that time. That ball went for a bit of traffic, but it was a low shot, so it was easy pickup.
Here's Pinkowski, defended by Finneran. Pinkowski still going, and that's blocked off of Koji. He still is in bounds, however, for the Wolverines, and now he'll go out.
Jesse Koji is all over the place. A great block, and then a sliding stop to force that ball out of bounds.
This ball's still up for grabs, and now swing and a miss. That shot comes from Juju Clyde, who was trying to get her second goal of the game.
Yeah, that was a swing and a miss. That could have easily resulted in a second goal right there for the Wolverines.
Ball headed out, and it will be a throw-in once again.
Boy, U of M Dearborn is really putting more pressure on LTU this second half. Almost like 3 goals lit up a spark, and now they've got LTU on their heels right now.
And now Malia May, or Deanna Hill rather, trying to clear it out. And now here comes Abigail Gray. Abigail Gray on the turn. She'll find. Oh, nice opportunity, nice footwork. And now Warnaka's long shot, hit the post! And a follow chance for Deanna Hill, who is taken down, who is down inside the box. She whipped on it. Man, Warnakis, almost a carbon copy of what happened last year against St. Francis.
Wow. You cannot place it any closer right there. That hit the top corner on the left. Then the collision down there in the box. LTU still remains with possession.
Still 3-1. Still trying to restore that 4-goal lead. Fastidium was beaten, but the post saved her. 2 subs weighing on here for U of M Dearborn. That's we're a little over 21 minutes to go till the end of the game. Koji will pick it up. Nobody home in blue. Matheson will clear it out of bounds, but she wrong-footed it, and it'll be a throw-in for the Wolverines. And now we'll get 2 subs coming on.
Boy, after that short period of time that U of M Dearborn was inside Blue Devil territory, LTU has a quick response. They've had quick responses for the majority of the game, right as U of M Dearborn gets a little momentum. But then it's now U of M Dearborn with a quick response. They're back on the other side of the field. So this is really good matchup. Second half of the game, the Wolverines are looking just more sharp than they did first half.
Rain is continuing to fall down here at Blue Devil Stadium. As Koji will pick it up here from the far side, and she'll clear it out of bounds or throw in. A little over 20 minutes to go here in regulation time. Still 3-1 in favor of the Blue Devils, trying to look for their 3rd win of the year and their 2nd in the conference. U of M Dearborn is edging closer to trying to get a goal back. And it will go out of bounds for a throw-in. Deanna Hill will get handed over to Neela Wilson.
Now the rain had died off for a short period of time. And ironically, it was when U of M Dearborn was inside LTU territory. Now with the rain coming back down, maybe the rain will play in the favor of the Blue Devils because they were on fire in the rain per se.
Under 20 minutes to go here in regulation. 3-1 lead to the Blue Devils. Shots now 10-6. In favor of the Blue Devils. Ball over the top. Deanna Hill was trying to get a header on it. And now we'll get a corner coming up here for the Blue Devils. And this will be their 4th corner.
Hopefully LTU can take a little bit of time off the clock and stay over here in U of M Dearborn's territory.
Here comes a free header off the crossbar. And looks like Festian got a piece of it. Bastian was stopped right there, and we'll get another corner coming up. Number 5 for the Blue Devils.
Wow. If you remember in their game against
we'll get back to that in a minute, but right now, here comes the 5th corner coming up here for the Blue Devils, hoping to restore that 3-goal lead, but Festian got a punch on it. Koji fires over the crossbar, but man, the Blue Devils are definitely trying to get their 3-goal lead back.
Lost my train of thought for there a second. In their game against Siena Heights, their last home game, which ended in a scoreless tie, there was a key play, almost like that would end up in a corner. The ball was definitely deflected on a shot that high by the goalkeeper, and the call was not made, and therefore ended up being a goal kick. And the entire LTU bench went ballistic because that could have been huge for them to at least try to get a chance to win the game. So lucky enough to get this call in their favor.
Blue Devils still have possession with Javosek with a long-range effort that hit off the post moments ago. And it'll go out of bounds. That's Cassidy Weiss will get the throw in. More subs coming on here as Abigail Gray will come off.
Williams in for number 13, Abigail Gray.
And Emily Williams will come back on. Remember, Emily Williams scored the 1st goal of the game. on the shot that was supposed to be saved by Amelia Stroshin.
Oh, definitely. Definitely looked to set up Williams to put another good shot on like she did the first time.
Neela Wilson able to settle it down. That looked like a handball, but none given. Here's Finneran. Whiffed on it by Matheson, and now the Wolverines will go on the break. Here comes Shamout. And now a good slide tackle by Koji. And now foot race. Who's going to win the battle? Regan Boyle looks like she'll get to it, and she does. Able to keep it in play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Wolverines as it will sell out of bounds.
Great chase down right there by Regan Boyle. LTU been on the run, and they've been winning a lot of these races, these 1v1 battles for possession.
Shot 12-6 in favor of the Blue Devils. We are 16-14 away from the end of the game.
Ball went out of play towards that back fence. And
headed out by Warnakis. Intercepted by Cassidy Weiss. We'll throw in for the Wolverines.
boy, U of M Dearborn, they're playing with a sense of urgency this second half because they needed to. Because they were down 3 momentarily. They've gotten 1 back, but they're definitely looking for more. They're playing like somebody lit a fire underneath them. They're playing with a lot more aggression.
And George Easter of U of M Dearborn making sure that his team gets the running going. Continues to lit a fire. Here's Finneran. Oh, nice cut. Finneran still gets to it. And here comes Cassidy Weiss. Goes out of bounds. Still throw in here for the Blue Devils.
Boy, Bridget Finneran, she is one of the many on this squad that has had great ball control, great possession, great footwork, able to make a lot of fakes and make a lot of defenders miss. LTU has been just sharp on their possessions and on their ball handling all game.
Oh, and intercepted, and here comes an opportunity for Pinkowski. Oh, nice, good coverage. Defensive play by Jesse Koji. And now we're going the other way, and the pass was too much for Emily Williams.
Wow, the Wolverines, they had a 2v1 matchup with Koji going the other way, and Koji got the best of it.
Finneran. Nice, good ball. Here comes Deanna Hill, but Festian says, I'll take it from here.
Boy, Festian, she made a real difference maker thus far. Because once she gobbles it up, she's quick to release to her teammates. Just quick thinking overall. And definitely the Wolverines the second half, they're using a lot more quick thinking, a lot quicker strategy methods. It's played in their favor once, but they need 2 more times in order to really get back into it.
Blue Devils still on the attack. Warnakis takes a cut, takes a shot. Stopped by Festian. Blue Devils are doing everything they can to get their 3-goal lead back. And now a concern on one of the Wolverines.
I think that's Juju Clyte that got roughed up there.
It's still raining and pouring down here at Blue Devil Stadium. Clock stops with 13:49 to go. 3-1 lead still for the Blue Devils.
And boy,
almost like 4 thanks to Warnakis. Festian doing the damage so far here in the second half.
No, and when Warnakis made that cut towards the right, I believe she had a great window of opportunity to at least put a shot, but she decided to take one more cut to the left, to the inside, and I think it probably went against her. She didn't put that good of a hard shot on.
I thought that, of course, she had a good opening, a good look on goal.
No, it definitely was, especially when play resumed. Even when Juju Clyde went down, play resumed momentarily.
And now we got some subs for both of these teams. Jenny Deere coming back on, and so as number 17, Dyla Javosek. Warnakis with the throw. Under 13 minutes to go here in regulation. Warnakis sends it across. Nobody can get to it. Emily Williams will. And she'll pick out Finneran. Service. Regan Boyle. Almost. And Regan Boyle was onside. At the flag stays down, and Festian says, you cannot get past me this time. Here's Deanna Hill. Still going. Oh, man, she almost got it, but Deanna Hill still going. 22 goals of her collegiate career so far. And it will still be Blue Devils' throw. 12-10 to go.
Range is coming down harder. This is pushing this team even harder. They're spending a lot more time in U of M Dearborn territory right now. They're just putting on the pressure as the rain continues to fall.
So Malia May comes on for Deanna Hill. And Malia May, of course, scoring the third goal of the game for the Blue Devils, which came in the 44th minute. Malia May sets it down. She'll find Warnakis. Back to Malia May. May still going, centering ball. Oh, slipped through! Almost!
Wow.
Cleared away by Scamera, and this will be the sixth corner. Festian almost lost it.
Well, I mentioned earlier the rain plays a factor in two ways. The ball's going to travel faster and also grip-wise for the goalkeepers.
Here they come. Second ball being picked up by Cassidy Weiss on the far side. Service inside the box. Malia May. May gets taken down inside the box. No penalty given. It stays with the Blue Devils with Williams. Williams with a long shot. Bar down and in. Emily Williams with her second goal tonight. And the Blue Devils restored their 3-goal cushion.
Wow, the pressure, it just built back up. As the rain came down harder, this team kicked it into gear, and they just continued their pressure time after time, scramble after scramble. And Emily Williams, what a difference maker right there. She gets a gift of a goal in the first half. That time she goes top shelf, gets a gift from the crossbar, bounces one up and in, and now indeed Annie Richards' squad is back up by 3.
So second goal of the year for Emily Williams, and I should say 3 words: game, set, and match. I know it says 4, but 3, game, set, match. But man, what a shot by Emily Williams, going bar down and in, beating Ember Festian. And the Blue Devils restore their 4-goal cushion. And now Blue Devils hoping to look for more, but the Wolverines have possession of the ball. And she'll pick out number 7, Madison Chimini. And now Cassidy Weiss finds Malia May. Festian's coming out, and she'll grab it.
Just like that, LTU is still on the attack.
And of course, like you said, John, rain still playing a factor. But for how long? We're now under 10 minutes to go here in regulation time.
No, definitely. That one shot that slipped through the hands momentarily of Festian, that was one factor. She got down low to block it, but it went right through the hands, right between the legs. But lucky enough, she had a teammate there to clear it out.
Here is Warnakis off the throw-in. Shots now 16-6 in favor of the Blue Devils. 4-1 lead. Williams still trying to battle through, but it's cleared away by Dakrub. And we'll go out of bounds for a throw. Dala Javosek. You're out. And Williams trying to go for the hat trick! Oh! Emily Williams put that one on YouTube and like it! She's got the hat trick, and it's now a 5-1 Blue Devils lead.
Hats in the rain, baby. Hats in the rain. Wow. Nothing else. Emily Williams coming into this matchup, getting a start and just making a difference all the way around. You cannot write this stuff up. We are in the rain in here in Southfield, and Emily Williams is making it rain. She's making it rain goals all game long.
3 goals for Emily Williams, a hat trick. And definitely one of the best goals of the year for the Blue Devils.
One top shelf goal is not enough. She goes to the other top shelf.
Man, that is crazy. Back the other way comes the Wolverines, and the ball will head out of bounds. I cannot believe what we just seen here, John.
It's just absolutely
I cannot believe it.
Crazy. Just great placement overall. She goes top left the second time around, then she goes top right for her 3rd goal of the game.
Finneran. Pass is intercepted and is cleared out by number 20. Yeah, by McClure. And now Gabby Nelson will grab it. We're down at 8:06 to play here in regulation time. 5-1 in favor of the Blue Devils. Here comes the Wolverines. To the far side it comes. The header comes in. Trying to settle it down. Ngoski trying to tend the pass to McClure. Still with the Wolverines, however. Nobody home in white to collect it. So Gabby Nelson will grab it. Gabby Nelson, impressive showing tonight, despite only conceding a goal. But Gabby Nelson has done some good work here.
No, definitely, and give credit to her teammates as well. They've done a lot of blocking up front, outside the box, making her work a lot easier inside the net. So, and LTU has played great defense. Only just a few extra fouls, resulting in a penalty kick. As we get substitutes aplenty.
Line change of substitutes.
And just definitely that one line that was just out there, they did their work, and now Andy Richards just emptying out his whole bench to finish this one out strong.
So let's see what's going to happen in the final 6:40 of regulation time. 5-1 in favor of the Blue Devils. 3 goals come from Emily Williams. Incredible.
Just incredible indeed. We talked about the freshman talent that this team possesses. But Emily Williams, a junior out of Byron, Michigan, making a difference right there. 3 goals in 1 game. And definitely she respectively earned those 2 others. She got a gift the first time, and then here in the second half, she puts it in the top shelves. You just can't do it any better than that.
Absolutely.
Changes for Dearborn, 0-0, Morgan Forbes,
and Emily Williams is slowly just becoming one of the main difference makers, if not the main playmakers of this squad. We talk about Deanna Hill. We talk about Courtney Matheson. We talk about Jessica Koji, Jarosek. Add Emily Williams to that list.
I think you might want to ask Andy Richards what's in Emily Williams' water, because, man, I got to tell you.
It might be the rain that's coming down.
Absolutely, that could be another thing.
Because the rain's been coming down, and Emily Williams has just been raining goals all day.
They're on here with 5:10 to play here in regulation time. Scamira serves into the box, and Nelson will grab it before 2 players will coming over.
I'll give U of M Dearborn credit. They're still in the fight. They're still trying to add pressure on those, even though they're down 4. So they're going to try to play this out. No signs of giving up.
Jessica Green coming on. So as Maddie Kuyala, number 2.
Sam Grozitsky comes in as well, along with Andrea Williams. As we also have a goalkeeper change as well. Sarah Smith is in right now.
Yeah, Sarah Smith coming over.
Freshman goalkeeper out of Sterling Heights. One of the two other freshman goalkeepers that are on the bench for Annie Richards' squad. The other one is Anna McCoy, freshman out of Grand Blanc, Michigan.
So here is Abigail Gray at midfield. She'll pick out Rhian Boyle, but it was too much on the pass. She'll pick out by Brooke McClure. McClure is intercepted, and now here comes Andrea Williams. That's a nice, good ball, and now Jenny Deere could get it going, but she cannot. And it'll be a throw in here for the Wolverines with 3:37 to play. What an incredible match this has been, especially on the Blue Devils side.
No, definitely. This is probably the greatest showing of the year thus far. They had an impressive showing against Rochester. They won that one 4-1. And just to go into this matchup, having 3 consecutive ties, 2 of which were scoreless here at home, then having a 2 apiece score at Concordia, just to come in here, show out, put 5 on the board, 3 courtesy of Emily Williams, just stepping up at the right moments to get back into this conference with 2 weeks left. Just a great showing.
Nice pick. And it's cleared away. And the Blue Devils will get a throw in. Of course, number 11 is Sam Korzinski. Andrea Williams. She'll pick out Ramos. Now Morosco, 2:30 to go. 5-1 lead for the Blue Devils as Abigail Gray trying to head it out, but it's headed away by Chamont.
Had a quick goal change as well for U of M Dearborn. Morgan Forbes is in now.
Morgan Forbes with a 4.17 and a sub 500 save percentage coming into tonight. Here's Williams trying to cut through in the middle. Trying to receive the pass, but could not get to it. He'll pick out Koji, and now here comes Ebo with a lot of space to room with on the near side. Sending it across, and it's cleared out of bounds. Down to a minute 44 to go.
Andy Richards has got to be impressed right now. Look what everybody's doing off the bench. They're still adding pressure even within the final minutes here.
Here comes Gray. Goes down, but not all the way down. And now Scamera. Free kick coming up for the Blue Devils. Clock stops with a minute 21 to go, and looks like we will get a yellow card.
Yellow card issued to the Wolverines, number 12, Olivia.
They have a takedown right there. Yeah. A little bit of frustration boiling over.
Ball into the box. It comes. Oh, look out. Here is Korzinski. Korzinski will send it all the way back to Ebo. Ebo will get it once more. And it's covered up by Ford, and then she lost it on the handle. And that a shot is wide from Andrea Williams.
Boy. Under a minute left. Morgan Forbes slipped, coming up to try to grab that, and then cutting in front. The bench coming off, they're just adding more. Andy Richards has got to be very pleased with his entire squad right now.
37 seconds left.
This has been an impressive game for LTU right here.
10, 9,
And time will run out, and that will do it. Blue Devils with a 5-1 win over U of M Dearborn. What a great match it was here for the Blue Devils as they get their second conference win of the season and third of the year.
No, definitely. Getting that improvement. They're They're basically now two wins, no losses, along with the 4 ties in conference play. And then player of the game has to go to Emily Williams. The hat trick of goals all today, just showing out the junior out of Byron, just making plays and just making it rain in the rain of goals right here. And LTU's pressure and their ability to quickly respond to U of M Dearborn on the other end, it was just spectacular. Everything was crisp. You saw a lot of great ball handling skills here tonight with possessions. 1v1 battles were won by LTU. Just great overall effort around. And even the bench, when they came in, they just kept on the pressure. Even with a 4-goal lead, they were wanting more. So this is just an impressive outing. After 3 consecutive ties, 2 of which were scoreless, they come out at home on a rainy night and win this one by 4. It's just impressive overall. A second win in conference, and they're looking for more with 2 weeks left in conference play.
So the Blue Devils are now 3-3-4 on the season, 2-0-4, and the Wolverines are 2-5-2, 1-4-1 conference play. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to our LTU Sports Network coverage of women's college soccer. For all of us here at the LTU Sports Network, Jon Snow and Jan Vogler says goodbye for now. We'll see you back here on our next